I mean, the way the winter products works is you can just run a regular diesel and use the total power all winter and not have a gel. So you don't have to worry about using a premium diesel, or I don't know if they still even cut it anymore. You don't have to worry about getting cut fuel at all, you know. You prefer not to use kerosene. Because 2 and 3 years ago, the biggest issues I saw when they had gel ups were the people that actually were cutting with kerosene and using a winter additive. I don't know if it was just the way the products mixed over time, but those are the people that I had the 5 calls out of the whole territory I represent that had an issue. I think it was 2 years ago and 3 years ago total. So, you know, it's a good sale. You know, you're talking a couple cents a gallon for treatment, not even having to get premium fuel. That's the big thing. And as I said, smaller equipment. If you're trying to sell this as a smaller equipment owner or to a customer, try to focus on that to the guy. Say, listen, we'll buy, you know, try a quart of this on your off-highway equipment, or try a quart of this on your diesel pickup that's running around. Because they'll notice the difference in that a lot quicker than they will on the larger vehicles. So get them hooked on trying, you know, on the smaller equipment, and then they'll expand to the larger equipment.
And you could even go as far as to say, let me see your fuel bill. What's going into the fuel? Well, I've got a complete package here that will save you money and you control it. You know what's going into it, as opposed to just hoping that a refiner that's going around to 5 different locations is doing the same thing for you. You know, you don't know as much about what's going into that. So if they just go straight number 2, we can treat it the rest of the way and help them out a little more. So that's winter. And then the last issue we like to talk about is fuel oil sludging. Used oil, I know we have a lot of customers that are using used oil. I don't know if you guys are still focusing on used oil as much, but if you are, there are some problems with it, and we specialize in treating that as well. So at the bottom of the tank, we'll see water, we'll see bacteria, you'll see guys saying that their burners aren't working. What we generally see is that when somebody switches to one of our products, which we'll talk about in a second, that fuel oil sludging will stop. It's just a few cents more per gallon again, and it's something that will let them heat more efficiently, and with this low-cost fuel already, it'll burn cleaner, which is nice because we want them to burn it up. So what our solutions would be Killam, SPG, or if they're storing it outside, Hot 4-in-1, which has some anti-gel properties to it. The SPG has a treat ratio of a quart to, I believe it's 1,000 gallons.
Yeah.
And what that'll do is that'll bust up any clogs in strainers or you know, all those systems that are associated with home heating oil and fuel oil burners. It'll bust it up and really allow it to flow freely. There's sometimes bacteria causing this, so that's where the Killam comes in. And that Killam, that 16-ounce bottle for a really bad problem will treat 600 gallons, kills on contact, but what we really want to pair with it is the SPG, so that we can absorb all the water that got in there and really just have those fuel burners burn cleaner and actually work. Because I was at a guy's garage a couple months ago over the summer just looking at what he had, and he was real concerned summer coming. The lines that connect the 2 tanks to the burner was clogged. And we were able to just run it a little bit and blow right through it with the SPG, so it really did break up that sludge and allowed him to be ready for winter. And as he was putting oil into those holding tanks throughout the summer, he knew that he had treated fuel oil all ready to go, so he was gonna, you know, be good for winter.
And to minimize too for the heating oil, the total power is very similar properties to the Hot 4-in-1 too. So if you had home heating oil at your house, heating oil at customers, if they were using total power, they'd get almost identical results too. Just the world of, just like when you're selling marine compared to, you know, heavy duty, you gotta put a boat on a picture for marine stuff. Same with heating oil, you know, you got plumbing supply stores. You know, they see truck anti-gel additive, they don't think of that for heating oil.
But that's a nice add-on to the heating oil and used waste oil business there. And because most of you have seen this presentation already, I didn't want to bore you too much. So what do we got for me? Or Justin? Any questions?
No one's asleep, that's a positive.
Yeah. I didn't put you guys to sleep yet.